I'm going to do an update on my CI Claw Shadow here. I'm going to go into the Eternal Laboratory just so I can get in in the stance that he typically is in because it looks cooler. Let me do it with my friend here. Alright. Okay, so 1.3 was some pretty significant changes for this character because of some of the changes in the passive tree primarily, and then some of the nerfs to critical multiplier. So, I'm going to go through the passive tree. It'll kind of help to make sense of what this character actually is. So, obviously, I'm a shadow here. So, if you haven't seen this build before, this is a dual claw, chaos inoculation, shadow that's based on crit and also uses iron reflexes. Okay? So with that in mind, you see here, basically, this part of the tree hasn't really changed. One-handed damage, quickness. Now, I don't take these evasion and energy shield nodes because there's more efficient nodes in other places of the tree that I've reached. I could pick these up later if I need more armor and stuff, but it's okay. So basically, we just get all the crit nodes. We come through here, get the power charge, Ghost Reaver, which is extremely important, obviously, if you've seen the main guide. This hasn't really changed. We still take this claw crit node, chaos inoculation. We still take all the energy shield nodes over here. Now what has changed is the duelist area. So because of the duelist area, I've dropped this. As you can see, I've dropped this critical cluster here. I'll explain why I did that. But so the big changes to the duelist area is that unwavering stance isn't over here in the tree anymore. It's not over here by Eagle Eye. It's now farther down, so it's much more of a point investment. And I still want to get iron reflexes. So what I've done is I've routed back through here. I still get Art of the Gladiator and Master of the Arena for the weapon range, and we still get the Twin Terrors because this is insanely good. But now I've stopped using Unwavering Stance. It's just too many points to get it, and instead I've invested those points in coming across the middle over here and going into the Templar tree. So what this lets me do, there's very good accuracy and attack speed nodes here, very good armor and ES nodes here. So one of the big things is that when you're using Iron Reflexes, any node that says it increases your armor also increases the armor provided by your evasion rating. So in that way, if you have both armor and evasion gear that you're using to get armor, it's actually better to get armor nodes because they'll apply to both your armor gear and also to your evasion gear. So we are out through Faith and Steel, and then I'm able to get the Disemboweling critical cluster. So what I actually did to get this is I spec'd out of True Strike because these nodes are actually more efficient. I get more crit chance and more multiplier. I'm going to pick these up when I get later levels, but this character is currently level 91. I'm about 2/3 of the way to level 92. So with that extra level, I'll probably be investing back into this crit here, or I will grab a 30 intelligence node, because 30 intelligence is actually superior to a 6% energy shield node, because it gives you 6% ES from the 30 int, and it also gives you some mana. So that's why I would get a 30 int node over a 6% node, 6% shield node. I also I spec'd out of this. I may pick up Sentinel, but right now I think my armor rating is just fine. Now, let me go through how my gear has changed a little bit. So, we're still running the Abyssius, obviously. I like my Elite Helmet Fiery Visage skin combination here. But the big thing that's changed is I'm no longer running that very good Energy Shield crit amulet I was running in the past. I'm running Chaula again because Chaula lets me not take Unwavering Stance, and it's worth like 8 or 10 passive points or something silly like that, which I can get way more crit and more damage and more shields than that amulet provided. I'm still using the Bloodseeker. Obviously, this is going to stay here. I'm still using this Mastercrafted Claw that I made. I've been looking and trying to get a claw better than this, but it's going to be pretty darn hard, maybe very expensive, so I'm saving. We'll see. I have a new ring here that replaced that very good prismatic ring. This ring has much more resist, and it also it's just generally better. I didn't need the strength roll, so this thing is actually very, very good. This is the same, and here is my big fat 6-link chest. Yeah, yeah, I think I already went over how I got this. If I haven't, like, leave me a comment or something and I'll explain like how I got it. I'm back to using these sorcerer gloves that I had before, and same belt. Again, this is an insanely good belt. And I'm no longer using those armor boots. I had to go back to using the Rainbow Strides for the all-res, but I have a pair of perfect energy shield and mana ones here, so these is like the best shields you can get, and again, it's pretty solid. Big thing I want to touch on is with 1.3, all flasks that remove a status condition, such as freeze, now make you immune to that status condition for the duration of the flask. So one of the biggest weaknesses of my CI build in particular before was being frozen, but now with my Surgeon's Quicksilver Flask of Heat, I'm immune to freeze for 6 seconds, and I have potentially 12 seconds of freeze immunity, and I will recharge this easily before the time expires. So pretty much I can be freeze immune all the time, I can be bleed immune all the time. This is just extra armor and light res, very good against certain bosses. And then I have another immune to freeze flask. I probably don't necessarily need two. I could maybe re-roll this to like immune to burning or immune to shocked or something like that, or do shocked and burning respectively on this flask. But these work really well right now. And of course my Uber armor flask. The reason why you want to have armor on your Jade flask is because, like I talked about earlier, any armor things also affect your evasion and as well as your armor gear. So because I have some armor on gear, taking armor as a flask mod is therefore better. Okay, so some quick little things on the gems. I don't think I've changed any of the gem setups. We still have our Flicker, Melee Splash, Curse on Hit, Assassin's Mark. We have our Blood Rage, Increased Duration, and Vault Discipline linked in that claw. Whirling Blades, Faster Attacks, Power Charge on Crit over here. Discipline, Reduced Mana, Hatred. I'm leveling up a Herald of Ash. Main 6 thing is still the same. Dual Strike, Melee Splash, Increased Crit Damage. You'll notice this gem is much worse. That's the 1.3 change. Multi-Strike, Melee Damage on full life, because this is better than melee physical damage, because I'm always on full life or I'm dead. And of course, Faster Attacks. On the Helm, 2020 Increased Duration, Enduring Cry, Immortal Call, cast damage taken. Pretty standard stuff. On my offhand, this is a setup I have for like jumping over certain walls and stuff. I got a Leap Slam, I got a Faster Attacks that's leveling, of course. I'm leveling up a Block Chance Reduction, just for kind of PvP and general stuff. And I'm leveling a Vengeance and another Discipline because I want to corrupt mine, hopefully get a 21. And I'm leveling my melee physical damage for a single target. So with this I can jump around. Boing, boing. Anyway. Yeah, so my just setting around DPS is nearly 60k right now. This is without any charges. So when I turn on my Blood Rage and I get my charges going, this gets to about 77,000 right now. I should be able to break 80k pretty easily. If I get a better claw, I'll easily break 100 again, which I'm pretty excited about. Yeah, so I'll go back to my hideout here. I'll run a quick map just to kind of demonstrate how everything is supposed to work. Oh, another thing. I now have all masters except for this Leo rat over here, level 8. So if you ever need any level 8 services in Standard, you can let me know and I can do that. Alright, so I have a bunch of crap maps just sitting in my inventory. Let's do... I like Dry Peninsula. Well, let's do something a little more challenging, okay? Just because I'd hardly get any experience from 72s and stuff anymore. I did 74 this morning from Zana and got literally nothing. So I'll just chisel it like 3 times because I can. And humanoids, okay, that's an okay mod. If I can get it of enfeeblement, I don't really care. I want more than that. Fizz Reflect, no thanks. Now basically, I'm just trying to roll up champions and I'm trying to roll up champions or of hordes. Smothering is okay. Monster Life Endurance charges. Oh, that's good, but I want to see if I can find the one I'm looking for. There we go. Up champions. So hopefully we're gonna. Okay, overlords. Okay, that's fine. All right, so 27% more magic monsters isn't really that much, but you know it's okay. Alright, into the precinct. The boss of this map deals lightning and physical damage, and has dual curse on hit, which actually is a good point. I should probably roll one of my flasks to curse immune. That would be really good. Alright, let's go around here. Blue pack. X-proof pack. Oh, we got zombies as a mod. That's great. Okay. So I'm fully charged right now. DPS 77.6. Okay. As you can see, I typically initiate with Flicker. It's one of my ways of closing. That's the main reason I put the curse on hit on it, is because it just applies the curse naturally, just from the way I play. Okay, I think the little FPS drops we're getting are probably from the webcam, but that's okay. They're not bad. Obviously, I don't think I'd turn on the webcam if I was playing my Mjolnir build. Oh. Yes, please, zombies. Anyway, let's see. So this will be... I'll put it on YouTube, obviously, on my channel, and I will update my forum guide with the new video. Again, if you have any questions, like, comment on the video, comment on the build guide, and I will gladly answer anything and everything. Especially if you want to try my build, like this is like one of like 2 dual strike builds on the forums. There's like the life-based one with like evasion and crap, and then there's mine. So, which is the chaos inoculation build. I've always thought like I'm a big fan of energy shield builds. This is my only like really serious chaos inoculation build right now. I should probably just make another one because I like it so much, but pretty much I have like 3 serious builds right now. It's like my Mjolnir build, this build, and my Archer build. So I should probably just like make another character and go CI because I like it a lot. And the fact that I was able to use Abysseus with a CI character I thought was pretty crazy. A little desync there. Not too bad though. Now, if you've never played a CI build before, one of the primary synergies is with Blood Rage, because Blood Rage causes chaos damage over time, but because you have your chaos inoculation, you are immune to that damage over time. So it basically just gives you frenzy charges for killing enemies for free, and if you're dealing any amount of physical damage, it's free physical leech. Now, what I'm doing here, I'm kind of backtracking a little bit, but the main reason here is I just want to make sure that that whole area is clear so I don't miss anything. Yeah, so as you can see there, I use the alternate step to jump little inconvenient gaps like that. Alright, so this should be the boss area. Or very close to it. Yep, there she is. Alright, and she died before my flask expired. And dropped literally crap. Okay. And note I haven't gotten a return on this map, so at least not yet. There's the I need more pockets. Cheese. Alright. Alright, So there should be a little more of this map to clear. As you can see, my blood rage is like nearly a 30-second duration, so I rarely, if ever, have to refresh it. Like, I'm not going to have to refresh it here. Anybody over here? Nope. Ooh, blue pack, please. Trolls. I often notice that even if I'm already at like point blank range, I will still I'll still flicker, just because I want to get the curse. The curse definitely amplifies our DPS quite a bit. Oh guys, we got a map! Now here's the thing, okay. Since this is standard, I have a lot of maps, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright, 20 left. I will definitely hunt those guys down. I think they're over here. This area is unexplored. Nope. There we go. Oh. Nope again. Now, knowing my luck, it's probably a bunch of underground zombies. You know how much I love zombies, but in this corner maybe? Nope. Now, if you want to know the funny thing, I still have 24k DPS with a bright beak and a random weapon. That's just Abyssius for you. Like, look, I can still kill him. My friend wants help with piety. Alright. I'll go help him. Alright, so that should about do it for the build update. Again, if you have any questions, you can post them in the comments on the video or on the forum thread on the main Path of Exile site. And yeah, I look forward to hearing back from you guys, and enjoy the rest of the stream.